So check this out. This morning, I went to the grocery store to grab a few items. And when I went in there, um, I was, kind of the term, what I want to use, intentional about what I purchased. I just needed a few items. I didn't need a lot of items, but I needed a few items. And I ran into, went to the where the Cajun turkey at, in the deli, and I got a couple of slices of Cajun turkey. But when I was there, I ran into this, individual, this gentleman and his spouse, um, getting Cajun turkey as well, and we had a little small, brief conversation. I believe that everything happens for a reason to a certain degree. For sure, you don't necessarily know why you're going through some particular situation. You might not know why you in a place where you at the moment. But we all go through things, and with those things we go through, give opportunities in the future. So we got to talking. He was pretty friendly. I think I'm pretty easy to get along with for the most part. And he was like, "What are you doing?" I said, "We're gonna do some little sliders. You get your Hawaiian rolls, you get your Cajun turkey, get some cheese. You might want condiments on it. I don't know, but." He said, "We doing the same thing." I was like, "That's cool, whatever." And we just got to talking, and we left that particular area. I was on another call, and went to the other side of the grocery store. And as you can see, if you look at one of my previous videos, I shot a video about the eggs. A couple of videos ago, a couple of days ago, I had a video in reference to Kroger, Walmart, and also Trader Joe's have put a limitation, and our government have put a limitation on the amount of eggs that you can purchase. I think you can get like a dozen of eggs, or I think maybe 2 dozens of eggs, but maybe to limit to like a dozen of eggs. And we see how the prices of eggs have went up dramatically. So we was on the meat side of the the grocery store, and then so I was all the way over by the eggs, and they ran into one another again, and he said, "Surely, man," he said, "sure you're not gonna buy the eggs?" And I was like, "No, I'm okay. I already purchased eggs. Already have some eggs. I'm not gonna purchase any, but I was telling him that I was gonna looking at the prices, they kind of was ridiculous." He said, "Yeah, that's pretty bad, man." I said, "Yeah, it is." He said, "We don't buy eggs," and I was like, "You don't?" He was like, "No." He said, "I have a egg. I have chickens." I was like, "You got to be kidding me." He was like, "No, I have chickens," and he live in the area. And I was like, "For real?" And he was like, "Yeah." He said, "Man, listen." I said, "Let's stop right here." He said, "Man, I'm gonna give you my number." I said, I took his number. He took my number, and I was like, "I'm sold. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna be purchasing some eggs from you." And then that's how simple it really is. Sometimes we miss out on blessings or opportunities because we're not open to meeting different people, or we're not open to at least communicating. And that's something just in general, like in life. A lot of opportunities come when you are genuine. Number one, when you're being yourself. Number two, and you're open to conversating with someone that may be like you, may not be like you, but they like your energy, they like your positive attitude, and that's something to just really think about in general. But it was like he had eggs. It was like cool. We exchanged numbers, exchanged information, and he was like, "Hey, don't worry about it. I'll text you." So he texts me since then. He's called me since then. He's shown me his chicken since then, and I am sold. But with that, we talk about substitutes. And then like I tell you, like I like organic eggs anyway. I like eggs strictly directly from the chicken. I don't want eggs that's been processed or they've been turned white or whatever. I want the brown eggs. And if I can get double yolk, I can get double yolk eggs. But with that, going forward, if I can, I'm gonna do my best to like shoot you some footage and give you all some information about the process of maybe having chickens or whatever. In general, like there's individuals, and I don't know. Some people come from the city, some people come from countryside, some people don't. But this it's not just all eggs have always had a definitely a good place for individuals. Like if I don't have to go to the grocery store to get eggs, I won't. Like I really won't. But at the same time, like if you don't want to pay these prices, these $6 to $7, find you a farmer's market or find someone in the country or find somebody that have eggs. They take care of their chickens or their animals and everything, and purchase those from them. Like again, I say this all the time. You're not forced to really do much of anything. You can take your ball and go. You ain't got to pay for it. If you want to find something cheaper, something that might be a substitute, I'm not going to do no liquid eggs, but it's just something to really think about. I met this gentleman, this Mr. Bob. I met me a new good friend. If not, even if he's not a good friend, maybe we just network. It's kind of funny. When you was going to school, you learned about different things. You learned about trade and stuff like that. But I feel like later on in life, it will become to where we have a barter system. If you can create a barter system, and a barter system is when, let's just say, Bob have eggs, but I have real estate, or Bob have eggs, or have places that someone can stay. Man, this could be a direct trade off to where, I get so many eggs that have a value, and then I have property that the individual could stay in. It's just something to think about. You might have a construction company or whatever, or you might have fuel. Think about this on a small scale. People used to have barter systems to where they would trade goods and services. Or if you look at cryptocurrency, like I know it's a digital asset, but you might be able to do it for cryptocurrency, or it might be gold, or whatever the case may be. If you have something of value, remember it's to someone's dusty boots or whatever could be of a value to someone else or whatever. So keep that in mind. I personally feel like there will be a day to where we will have people will work like more of a barter system in a sense, whereas more of a traditional barter system where you're trading goods and services, not necessarily on a retail level, but on a personal level. Something to really think about. The barter system did work, and until things got out of hand or whatever. But it's definitely something to think about. Terrence wants to go ahead first. Like say it, like there's things and opportunities out there. Look for them. Network with your friends and family or your peers or in whatever. But networking is really good, and it definitely get you a long way. You all have a blessed night, a blessed evening, a blessed day, and then go ahead first.